Next speaker, Mr. Gary Wade,
Ms. Wade is present.
to be followed by Mr. Gary Thompson.
Good afternoon, leaders of the city. How you guys doing today? Good. Gary Wade is my name for you guys who don't know me. And first of all, I'd like to congratulate the new council members. I think Edward is new, and Sally is new, Letitia, I don't see her, and Carolyn. But in any event, Mayor, congratulations again. I was here about, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago on this same subject talking about the MWDBE program. And I've been in the chamber for the last hour listening to Ms. Bryant and I think Mr. Alexio talk about the program. And as we all know, the program is really not working like it's supposed to work. So we need to address that issue. 4 years ago when I stood in front of council, I didn't feel that I got my point across. So what I did was I went back and I started a program called the MWDBE Training Academy to teach MWDBEs on how to address issues that you just heard today. And so what really made me come out today was last Tuesday I witnessed the city attorney answer a question to Councilmember Pollard as to the city does not select subs. Well, that wasn't Councilmember Pollard's question. The question was, what is the deviation policy? And I want to commend the mayor today. I did hear him say something that I'm very proud to know, that if a prime put a sub on a contract, he stuck with that. The problem is we need to enforce that because that is exactly what's happening. So in case the council members do not know, and I'm not sure if the mayor knows, but this is not to embarrass the city, under City Ordinance 15, and I think I handed out to everybody, 15, 19 to 24, it clearly says that the city of Houston should have a contract compliance committee. And that committee should not have anything to do with OBO other than OBO bringing issues to the commission that's not proper. So I think that if we look at the ordinance, and if the mayor and city council decides to select the 5-member panel like it should have, then I think a lot of these issues that's coming before council will not even make it to council. They could be solved at the commission's level. Now, I heard a lot of the council members say that they wasn't really versed on this area of the rules and regulations. Well, let me say this.
1 second. Councilmember Pollard.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Wade. You can have my time.
Thank you. I am the foremost authority in this city on the topic of MWDBE. And what I'm asking the council and the mayor do is look at the ordinance and appoint the members. If you look at the second page, I requested from the OBO a list of the members that's supposed to be on the commission. And they sent me 3 names, and I don't need to call the names. You guys have the papers. I contacted all 3 of them, and 2 of the 3 told me they haven't met in 5 years. That's a problem. So I believe that if we had a commission, according to the ordinance, to address these issues that's coming out of OBO from all departments, then OBO, city council, and the mayor won't be strapped with addressing these issues in public when they should be addressed with a commission, according to the ordinance. And so I come before council and the mayor today to ask them, is there a commission in place as we speak today?
Back to you, Councilman Pollard.
I yield my time.
Vice Mayor Pro Tem Tatum.
Mr. Wade, thank you for being here. I know that you have been talking about these concerns for years. I remember that you met with Councilmember Green and Councilmember Boykins, and you've been talking about this for a while. I will commit to you, and I've had a conversation with you, that we are going to discuss these issues, this commission as well. I don't know, Mayor, is this commission active now?
I'm not familiar, Councilmember.
If they haven't met in that many years, I would like, if it is on our list of boards and commissions, if it's something that we can look at maybe reinstituting. I know that we are looking at having Director Murray be the official director of OBO. If this is a part of something that we should do, we want to take a look at that, because this definitely may be an opportunity for us to solve some of the issues and have an oversight in the OBO process. So I would like for us, if we are not utilizing the Compliance Commission, to discuss that with Director Murray and see if this could be an answer to some of the concerns that our subs are having.
Okay. Sorry. Councilmember Knox.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Wade, thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
Now, you know, I'm reading what you provided here, and it says here that we shall designate the. It says that here is hereby created and established a contract compliance commission composed of 5 persons who shall be residents of the citizens of Houston. The commission shall have the duties and powers as set forth in this article. The 5 members of the commission shall be appointed by the mayor and confirmed by the city council. So according to this, I'm reading this isn't a matter of if we want to or not. We're supposed to do this regardless. Is that your understanding?
Absolutely. And again, I also attached to it an email that I received March 26, 2020, from a young lady from the Office of Business Opportunity that clearly tells me, and this is absolutely crazy, that the commission, well, I don't have to read it, the commission haven't met.
Right.
And there haven't been any issues with OBO for the commission.
Well, I think this might be a good thing for us to reinstitute, Mayor, because this may relieve the OBO of having to review and with these issues that come up. Instead of OBO doing it, we can actually start to utilize this commission. So thank you for bringing this to our attention, Mr. Wade. I appreciate your presence here today, and hopefully we'll move forward on this very soon.
Councilman Evans Shabazz.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Wade. I know that you have made attempts to meet with my office, and then the virus came, and we moved around and whatever. But I also know that you've been engaged with the NAACP. And this is very important. Minority participation in business is very important to me and certainly to my district. And so certainly, Mayor, I hope that we will look at what Mr. Wade is not just suggesting, but also what has been placed before us as a mandate, because I believe that we're going to have to address that and some other things. And I know that you did mention that, you know, once they put those subs in, that they have to stick with those subs. But certainly that does not let the sub know that they have even been chosen. And so,
Councilmember, let me correct. I said I didn't know, but since then, Marcia's indicated that they are notified. They are notified. They are notified. The subs
so the subs are notified that they are a part of a contract.
Yes.
And that's a part of a process
Yes.
that we have accountability for, to know that they are.
They have notified me since that question came up in the last 30 minutes.
Okay, so that is your response, that they have
Yes.
they are notified.
They are notified.
Okay, well that's good to know, but
Right.
certainly I think we need to look at the suggestions so that we can get past some of these issues regarding it.
I
Not
agree.
to say that we want to choose, but we want it to be done fairly and appropriately,
I
just
agree.
as you do as well.
I
Thank
agree.
you, sir.
Thank you. Councilmember Kubash.
Mayor, who notifies them?
OBO.
OBO notifies them?
Yes.
Mayor, I think that since this is an ordinance, when was this ordinance? I'm trying to read this.
It was updated 2015.
Well, I've been on council since 2015.
Well, again, like I said earlier, last time I was here about 4 years ago, I started an academy so that I can teach myself and other MWDBEs on the rules and regulations.
But when was this ordinance originally passed? Was it 2013?
I'm not sure when it was originally passed. I got this directly from the City of Houston website. Section 15, 19 to 24. This is directly from the site.
Mayor, I think that if we look down here, does it show that it started in 2013? So
I think it came along when the diversity study was done back with Velma.
Well, Mayor, I think if we get a good committee together, I think it would resolve a lot of these issues that we're having. So I look forward to making sure that we have board members who are meeting on a regular basis. I don't think it says in there how often they're supposed to meet.
Well, Councilmember Kubash, let me say this. I mean, according to the ordinance, this would absolutely correct a lot of issues that's going on in the OBO because
but not if they don't meet. How is it directed when they should meet?
It does not say when they meet.
Well, maybe we need to address that and amend it and make it where they have to meet on a timely basis.
The terms is 1 to 2 years.
Well, I know, but that doesn't mean they have to ever meet.
Right. So
okay.
again.
Mayor, I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Councilmember Gallegos.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Wade, for bringing this to my attention. I, like Councilmember Kubash, we were here since 2015, but I'm not really too familiar with this, so thank you for bringing this to our attention. I, too, support to look further into this to see if we can have an active 5-member commission to address issues that are brought to the attention of OBO. So again, thank you for this, and I too will work on seeing what we can do to make this happen. Thank you.
Thanks, Councilmember Alcorn.
Yeah, I'll just echo the sentiments of my colleagues. Thank you, Mr. Wade, for coming. And although I'm new to this chair, I've been at City Hall for a while, and I did not know about this either. And right now, Mayor, it's up to OBO and to the different departments to monitor the contracts. I mean, we do have contract compliance going on. This doesn't mean the commission not being assembled doesn't mean that there's no contract compliance going on.
That's correct.
Either by the departments or by the OBO. But I agree with you. Anything we can do to bolster our efforts is a good idea.
Councilmember Alcorn, it is absolutely absurd to ask the OBO to oversee something that they are creating. The ordinance clearly states that an administrator from the OBO and from the department that issued the RFQ turn that information over to the commission so the commission can make that ruling. And that is all I'm bringing to the attention of the city leaders. I'm not saying pick one. I'm telling you that it's already there. And I am asking in front of this whole city, I want to be on this commission so we can help fix this problem.
Well, I appreciate your interest. Councilmember Pollack.
Thank you.
I think this answers a lot of our questions. Like my colleague, Councilmember Knox said, it clearly has the word shall on this ordinance 3 times in the first 3 sentences. And so this looks like a clear way in which we can rectify some of the concerns that we have. And I look forward to the administration in this body moving forward with this. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, have a nice day.
Next speaker, please.